Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for the player ratings after we've just been knocked out of the Champions League. Whoa, here we go. Let's start. There's not really much more to say on that. David Raya in goal today. Rob?
Yeah, he did all right, you know. I'm going to give him he saved the penalty as well. Good save.
Yeah.
Good
Didn't go early.
well. Didn't go early. Good save. 7. Yeah, I mean, I think he did well. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty safe in everything he did.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. 7 out of 10, bordering on 8 because of the penalty save. If I'll be honest,
You know what? It should really be. He saved a penalty.
Couldn't do much with the goals.
It should really be an 8. He had no chance with any of the goals. I thought he played well.
Okay, let's
8? 7?
8. We'll go 8. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Right back, Duran Timber.
Best player on the pitch for us. I thought he was brilliant today. 8 out of 10 for me.
So he matches Raya's score for you. Okay. Best player on the pitch.
He was really good. He did play good. I'll probably give him a 7.
A lot different to the home game. Kvaratskhelia didn't have much change.
Yeah, he kept him very, very quiet, you know what I mean, and got forward well. And everything, all the threats came down that side. So, yeah, I'll probably give him a 7.
Okay. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, sorry, what am I talking about?
Kvaratskhelia.
William Saliba.
William Saliba, I thought he was excellent today, you know what I mean. Picked up the ball, drove forward. You know, I want to give some of these guys really high results, but obviously we've lost the game, innit? So I thought he was very positive in his play, defended well. There was only that one time he got caught out, but you can understand it. We're pushing. You know what I mean? Maybe if we weren't, those goals down in the deficit, he's not going to make that mistake. But I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Apart from the mistake, I thought he was brilliant. William Saliba is William Saliba, isn't he?
Yeah.
Showed his class tonight. Yeah.
There was a time he was running back and overtook everyone, Bacola, everyone. I was like, right, he's rapid.
You know, the way we played today, obviously we played in a very risky way, and like we just kind of left 2 at the back, him and Kivior, you know. But they both did very, very well.
And talking of Kivior, Jakub Kivior, Lee.
Yeah, 7 out of 10, and I think he's been a revelation since he's come back there. I really do, like, you know.
Should also be trying to hold on to him?
Well, should be trying. Maybe, I don't know. Like the only thing that we miss Gabriel on is set pieces. He's got more of a presence in there, but his defending and the way he's come in there, he's done fantastically well. I can't, praise him highly enough, but 7 out of 10, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought he was really good today. You know what I mean? He's not let us down, has it, since he's come in. You know, Gabriel's a huge miss for Arsenal. And he's come in and he's done a good job. Like Lee says, it's only really a set piece thing, but he was very good today.
Yeah, he was.
7.
Miles Lewis Skelly.
I thought Lewis Skelly is probably his poorest game I've seen him have for Arsenal. You know, he got caught on the ball quite a few times, then they started to target him, and also when he saw that the ref weren't really allowing certain things, he should have, maybe that was a bit of inexperience from him, but I'll probably give him like a 5 today. You know, it wasn't probably a 4. I just think it was a bit below average for what we've seen of him. He's set a very high standard, he's been excellent, but he didn't have a good game today, he got substituted. Yeah, probably have to be a 4, I have to be fair.
It's tough, the ref really wasn't working in his favour at all today, and that's when he kind of got exposed. All right.
Bloody French. No,
Skelly.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, he's had a poor game today.
Yeah, he'll know.
And it's one of one.
It's only one.
And so, it was always going to come, he's 18 years of age. And do you know what? For the first time, I said that tonight. Yeah. He's only 18. I've not said that all season. He's played above his age and everything like that. He's just had a poor game today. 5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, and he's been, like you said, it's one of one. That's only one, and even still, he was our outlet in the reverse fixture. He was the one that was driving forward. So this game it didn't work. Midfield, Thomas Partey.
I thought he played all right, but with the first goal, I thought his header, he should have done a bit better with that header. Just sort of headed it back into danger, allowed Ruiz to score absolute worldie. I bet he don't score a goal like that again in a hurry. It was a great finish. Raya had no chance, but I thought Partey there could have done better there. I'll probably give him a 6 today. He started the game so well.
Yeah, he did start well.
You could see what we missed last week with the balance and, you know what I mean? But that just that little error there allowed them. That was a big goal for them. You know what I mean? I think they were under the cosh a bit, and then they get that goal and that relieves all the pressure. They're 2-0 and comfortable again.
Yeah, I think 6 maybe a little bit too harsh. I thought he was good in there.
He was good.
If I'll be honest.
That's a big error, Lowly.
It was a big error, and he did give away the ball a few times. So if we're going to be harsh on it, then probably a 6 is fair. I would have gone for a little bit higher, but I'll take.
What's a little bit higher you'd have went for? 7?
7, yeah. I want no more than a 7.
Okay, Declan Rice, Lee.
7. I felt like, I don't think it was all his fault, the goal, if I'll be honest. I felt that Raya put him in it a little bit, but that's the way we play. I'm not having a go at Raya when I say that. Yeah. That's the way we play, risk reward sometimes, and the reward wasn't there today. Give away the free kick. In saying that, though, okay, just give away a free kick. There's more to that. You still got to defend it, and I think that he more than made it up with the tackle. Otherwise, it was game over. So 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be a 6 again. Mistake on the goal. I think he could have scored as well. He had a header that he could have scored from it. It's a good game overall by him. You know what I mean? As I said, he was the real driving force earlier on in the game. But a couple little errors from Declan, gave away that free kick as well that led to. I mean, he was. He didn't really have no choice but to kind of commit that foul. But probably a 6 from me for Declan Rice tonight.
Martin Odegaard will be our captain.
I think he weren't too bad tonight. You know, he had that great shot at Donnarumma. Another great. This guy Donnarumma, every save he made was top drawer, wasn't it? And that was a good strike.
That one was quality through the bodies as well.
Yeah, and he made it. But I think he was better tonight. I'm 7. I think Odegaard weren't too bad today.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I just felt he faded towards the end of the game when but I felt he worked hard. He nicked the ball a few times, and we looked good in that first 20 to 25 minutes, first half. It's a bit harsh that we was a goal down, but that's what top quality football's all about. I still expect a little bit more from him, but 7 out of 10. I felt it was okay.
Gabby Martinelli.
I thought he was outstanding in the first 20-25 minutes. He really roasted.
Running down Hakimi.
I mean, and he's a bloody good defender, but in the end, he got the better of him. We've lost the game, so you've got to go 6 really, and that's harsh. But I thought in that first half he was probably the better out of 3 from an attacking point of view, threat-wise. Yeah. But faded like a lot of the players did, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The first half he was electric. Absolutely electric, but then faded. They got did his defensive duties well, but probably a 6. In the second half didn't really offer much of a threat. Maybe they sort of got around him a bit more. So 6.
Okay, let's go to Starboy Saka today for you, Robbie.
Yeah, I think probably I'll give him 8. I'd probably say as our man in the match, because he was, again, I think he could have scored before he scored, but he scored the goal and he was the threat. Donnarumma had to pull off that big save from him. He was the threat, wasn't he? Yeah. He was. If we were going to get anything out of the game, it was all sort of coming through him.
Tried to get a penalty as well.
Yeah, went down the other end and give it. But I'd probably give him an 8 today. He did everything. He left it all on the pitch. It just didn't go his way today.
He got booked as well, harshly, I felt.
Yeah, I thought a bit harshly there. 7 for me because I think he missed an open goal and also a header which he could have done a little bit better with. But as Robbie says, he was a threat. Yeah. He was a threat. I don't think he's anywhere near at his best. And but in saying that, I've got to give their defenders credit. They sometimes again he had 3 around him and found it hard. But I always felt that when he got the ball, something might happen.
Let me go to the man that you've been giving a lot of credit actually today. He walked out the stadium and said, do you know what? Mikel Merino, fair play.
Yeah, listen, I thought his hold-up playing, everything apart from his goal-scoring prowess was good. But at the end of the day, he's not a centre-forward. Yeah. He doesn't make the runs of a centre-forward. He doesn't get on the end of things from a centre-forward. But he brings into players. I thought he worked hard. I also think physically wise, he matched them.
He was winning all his headers.
Yeah, winning all the headers and all that. I thought he done okay up there, and I think he's done okay since he's been up there. He's done very well for us. So 7 out of 10 for me.
7.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I think he worked really hard for the team today. You know what I mean? He was a presence, but like Lee said, he's not a striker. You know what I mean? It's a guy that's trying his best for the team. He's done well. Again, a guy that's just really, really stepped up for the team like Jakub Kiwior has. But unfortunately, he's not a striker, and that's one of the things we've got to address in the summer. Got to go and get a world-class striker, but, you know, he did his best. 7.
All right, let's run through the subs. Let's start with Ben White, Robbie.
Yeah, 5. He didn't really have much time to do anything, just sort of came on late.
Yeah, agree with that. 5 out of 10.
Calafiori, Lee.
5. He looked a little bit unfit, but he didn't really contribute too much. Didn't do too bad.
5 as well.
5. Lastly, Trossard, come on.
I give him a bit more actually, because I think he made an impact. He had an assist, and he did make an impact. I wish he would have come on. Lee said it in his interview. If he'd have only come on about 10 minutes early, you never know.
Yeah.
I think I'll give him a 7.
100% 7.
Yeah,
I thought we looked sharp. Got the goal. Put him under pressure. I've got to say, looked very, very lively. Whether he likes it or whether he don't, that's what that's the impact.
Yeah,
he does that fantastically well.
He does.
So he looked really, really good today and deserved to be 7 out of 10.
Okay, let's go to the referee, Lee.
6. I thought he was a bit bitty, if I'll be honest. I can't believe someone that's been done for bribing can still get a job of that sort of ilk. I have to say that, you know what I mean? I don't know what is going on with football at this moment in time, but if you've been done for match fixing, I don't see any way back whatsoever. So I felt it could have been a penalty for us on Saka. I'm not saying it was. It looked like it could be. And then the handball. I don't blame him for that, because that's VAR. But it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And even when they're into the VAR, when I've seen it, he should be going to them. I'm refereeing this game. It's not a handball. I didn't think he was great. A couple of bookings that weren't really there. Just 6 out of 10.
Yeah, he gave everything kind of against us towards the second half, end of the second half.
Yeah, probably same.
6?
6, 5, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, all right, lads. Mikel Arteta. The end of it, it seems like fans will say he can't compete on 2 fronts. We're now out of both competitions, Premier League and Champions League. Really, we haven't done. Fans would always poke him with a stick, like in Europe he's terrible, but he's done all right.
He's not been terrible in Europe this season. He's been actually very good. Just come up short. You know what I mean? It's what sort of things we're complaining about him for, but I challenge a lot of them fans to tell me if they thought we were going to win the Champions League before the start of the season. He's put us in a good position in this. If anything, I'm a bit more on him about the league than the Champions League, because I think we kind of punched above our weight slightly in this competition when you consider the injuries and when you consider what we're kind of missing, So I'm going to give him today. I thought today, if you judge it on the both games, but if on today's game, I think he did all right. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Mikel Arteta.
Listen, Mikel has he's been in the Champions League 2 years, quarter-finals and semi-finals. That's not bad. So if you look at it from that point of view, for me, at the end of the day, 2 not good enough if we're to get us over the line and everything like that. But listen, you can only play sometimes the players you've got, so I'm not going to feel sorry for him, because he's allowed that to happen in January as well. He's as much to blame as anybody, because I think at the end of the day he could have forced a few things. So on today's performance, listen, I thought we played well today. How can you really go too much of he cost us the tie in the home game with the decisions that he made. He had decisions, they got them wrong. I thought today the decisions were okay. If I'd be really honest, he could have made the substitutions a bit early, but listen, I don't want to slag him off too much. 7 out of 10.
Okay, let me end then by asking what we give the ratings for the fans. Was it different to what we saw at the Emirates? It felt like in the part of the Provence they had everything: fireworks, fire, light shows, DJ, tifos. Their fans went all out.
The fans or the club? You know what I mean? Because the tifo's got nothing to do with fans.
Fair, true.
The fans actually tried to do a tifo and they
declined it. Yeah, you're right.
And the clubs, so the fans have been brilliant. You know what I mean? You come over here, only 2,000 tickets. They're giving us. You've got to go and pick them up. There's all long rigmarole around tickets. There's probably about another 2,000-3,000 here without tickets.
Yeah.
These fans are brilliant. They've been brilliant all the Champions League campaign. You know what I mean?
Absolutely
fantastic. They were loud today. You know what I mean? Well done to these fans, man. They're brilliant. I feel gutted for them, because You know, we really deserve to get that final with what we did, you know. So I'm going to give the fans a 10. Well done to the fans today.
Well said, Rob.
I'm beginning to want Inter Milan to win this trophy.
Yeah, I am as well.
Yeah, I know.
These
But no,
PSG fans.
I'll tell you what, with the fans
everywhere.
today, again, you know, I don't know if you know, like 3 sections. So they break it all up, like, you know, very, very clever. You know, one, 2 sections. Was it 2 sections up
Two
the top?
up top, yeah.
So 4 sections they break it into, like. So you can't get like when they come down to the Emirates, it's 1 section.
Yeah.
So they can get the fans going. So like you could hear things coming to the top, then it comes down to the bottom, like, you know, or vice versa.
We
But
had
listen,
the drum though, to be fair, which I was
Yeah,
happy
I'm
with.
surprised he must.
No
Where,
netting. A little bit better. There's no netting.
where did he put that drum when he come through? Like, you know what I mean?
Mate, that search
The
coming in.
search.
Oh
I've never
my!
been searched
Mate,
so much in my life. You know what I mean?
I've been listen. Women don't even frisk me up the way they did.
What?
That was crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Made more searches there than, like, you know, looking on Pornhub. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? So,
But
like,
yeah, like, they were vigorous with the old search. coming in.
unbelievable, like, you know what I mean? But like, listen, I'm going to say it now. I don't know about you guys. I'm getting a little bit fed up with the way we're being treated in Europe. Like,
No,
you
I'm
know,
with you.
like, you know, over an hour in there today after that, and having to watch them celebrate it as well. And then like.
It's partly safety.
Yeah,
though.
I know it is.
Because
I
it was
know is,
chaos
but
in the
we're chucked
streets.
up in, and like, so my view today was fantastic. I have to say, like, no netting around was fantastic. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking that, but 9 times out of 10 when you come, you're chucked up to the top,
Treated like cattle.
treated like cattle, and it's not a pleasant experience. You know what I mean? Like, and I, you know, maybe I'm getting a little bit older, and I don't know, but
That is happening.
yeah.
sorry
Thanks for that.
Sorry to say.
But but listen, the fans, we have to endure that, and they keep coming back in their thousands and supporting the team. And I'll tell you what, they stayed there to the end, mainly because we had to. But like, and we got we give them. I thought the players, by the way, come over and was really, obviously they're gutted,
Yeah,
but
they come over,
they
yeah.
really appreciated it, and we appreciated them.
Well, so 10 for the fans. I'm assuming from you as well.
10 for me. Yeah.
And they deserve that. 10 from the fans. Thank you to you both for the player ratings. That is it. I mean, there will be other games, of course. We go back in the Premier League when we get back, but season, people, it's come to an end by getting knocked out by PSG here in Paris. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with the ratings, and what do you rate today's performance? It's a sad one. I'll see you again soon. Take care.